There comes a moment in your life when you realize nobody is coming to save you. And for me, that moment wasn't when my grandmother died, and it wasn't when my father was killed either. It was when I got pregnant at 16 years old. Now, let me explain something. Out of my mother's daughters, I was not the first teenage mother. My oldest sister had her first baby at 15. And let me tell you what I saw with my own eyes. That pregnancy was celebrated. There was support, there was excitement, there was a big baby shower. Family showed up, people showed out. It looked like a rite of passage in our family. So when I became pregnant at 16, I thought maybe I would receive that same support, but that's not what happened. When I got pregnant, it felt like I cursed the family. No baby shower, no support, no celebration, nothing. And here's the part that stayed with me the most. My father had passed away. And because of that, my mother was receiving a check for me every month to help take care of me. So one day I asked her about the money, and her exact words to me were, I fucked for that money. Imagine hearing that as a child. Imagine understanding your value reduced to that sentence. Right then, I started asking myself something I didn't have the language for yet. Why didn't you just give me up? Why didn't you just abort me? Why keep me if that's how you felt? Then one day she told me not to eat her food. Now keep in mind, I was pregnant. I was on WIC. I had food in the refrigerator that belonged to me. And when she thought I was touching her food instead of mine, she slapped me while I was pregnant. And in that moment, I understood something clearly. I wasn't just unsupported, I wasn't safe. And it didn't stop there. Eventually, I became homeless. And the crazy part about that is I have a large family, a big family, but nobody helped me. Not because they didn't know, because they were afraid of my mother. After my grandmother passed, my mother became the matriarch, and nobody crossed her. If she was mad at you, they were mad at you. If she didn't fool with you, they didn't fool with you either, even if you were her child. So there I was, pregnant, 16, homeless, with a whole family still alive. And that's when I realized something that changed me forever. Nobody was coming to save me, not family, not relatives, nobody. And when a child learns that lesson that early in life, you either sink or you start swimming. And I chose to swim, even when I didn't know where I was going, even when I didn't know how I was going to make it. I chose to keep moving anyway, because sometimes survival teaches you something before love ever does. And that lesson stayed with me my whole life. If this conversation spoke to you, pull a chair up. Tell me in the comments when you realized you had to start saving yourself.